So we're going to be doing a challenge that one of you guys told me to do. We're going to be using the Sorceress and then spin the other 3 heroes. So let's see how well can I do doing this challenge. My name is Tumaka. Please enjoy today's video. Alright, let's spin the wheel and hopefully we don't get Sorceress because that is going to be pretty funny if we get the Sorceress while using the Sorceress already. Warlord is a fantastic start. So we got the Warlord, Sorceress Warlord, who is going to be the 3rd hero right now. Give me something good, please. Something very good. Frostbox with the Sorceress is actually not that bad of a combo, so let's go, guys. Warlord, Frostbox, and the 4th hero is going to be the Druid. Interesting choice, but the Druid paired up with the Sorceress can be pretty deadly if we do enchant some heroes, so let's go on to the first match. Alright, shout out to the person down here for recommending me to try out this challenge. Now, Sorceress is already a very powerful hero, and she did get a buff recently, so this should be somewhat easy of a challenge unless we get, unless we get pretty bad heroes. Let's see if we can enchant some heroes up there. We are going to enchant the Paladin, which is not a bad start, but I just wish we could have gone another hero enchanted. All right, so, okay. Okay. Easiest match of my life, I guess. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be the first one. We are going to spin the wheel again, so let's continue on. Alright, spinning the wheel again. Easiest match of my life. Let's see who are we going to get. That is not the Sorceress, please. We are going to get the Blacksmith. Okay, so we have a positive and a negative enchantment here. Armadillo or Naga is going to be pretty good, or we get the Frostfox in again. That would be awesome. Goblin, a high damage dealer. We do need some damage, I guess, but having a low health hero is not going to be the way to go when it comes to using this deck, and we are going to use the Knight. Knight paired up with the Blacksmith is actually pretty amazing, not gonna lie. So let's do this. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. So, first win right here. We do have a decent deck, not gonna lie. He does have Enchantress Satyr combo. And of course, with the event, hero event that's going on, the Satyr is buffed, I think 10%, so his health and attack and his ability as well. So it is going to be a pretty devastating hero. We're basically facing like a level 10 and level 11 hero Satyr right now. So not happy about that, but thankfully he didn't do too much right there. He also is using Blacksmith with the Satyr just to buff him up. Let's just hit both of these guys right here. Good damage on the Blacksmith and the Enchantress right there. We do enchant the Enchantress right there. He is probably going to buff up the Satyr, of course, just to get that buff. He is probably going to hit my Blacksmith or the Goblin, or even both of them if he does this correctly. Blacksmith, 187 damage, bro. That is a lot, not gonna lie. That is quite a lot. We'll buff up the Goblin here, I guess, or should we take out the Enchantress? Maybe we can get a double hit to take out the Enchantress, maybe? Let's see. We don't, but look at the damage. Okay, we actually hit all 4 heroes. Blacksmith takes major damage because of the Goblin. Let's go. Alright, he is probably going to buff up the Monkey King and then hit the Knight. Oh, he wants to get the buff and hit my sword. Oh, my Blacksmith just died. I didn't even buff up my my Knight at least. That's unfortunate. It's okay. We are going to shoot a fireball here. Maybe you can hit the Enchantress as well. We don't hit the Enchantress, but we did a little bit of damage to the Satyr, and the Satyr does get enchanted. I wanted to take out the Enchantress right there, but honestly, the Enchanted going next and not the Satyr, I think, is the way to go. Let's see what he does. Oh, well, okay, we just lost both heroes right there. So, we have to try. He is saying good game, but I can actually still win here, not gonna lie. Let's see. If we do this, we could just hit the Monkey King and then take out the Enchantress, maybe? We keep missing the Enchantress, dude. That's not good. Alright, so the Satyr's doing how much damage? 138. We do have the shield for 32 less damage, so the first hit is going to be 106. Yep. So thankfully, nothing too crazy right there. I mean, 100 damage is pretty devastating, but we can still do this well. We should be able to hit the Satyr while taking out the Enchantress, please. There we go. Good damage right there. Very good damage. As long as the fire clouds are not in his favor, we can definitely survive this attack. That could be devastating, actually. If he goes down and then up to hit the Knight towards the Satyr. Misses the fire clouds. Thankfully missed the fire clouds right there. We're gonna have to shoot a fireball at the Satyr. And okay, he doesn't have the easiest angle to hit me. He can just go down and up. And with that fire cloud being there, he just won. Oh man, I mean, we could have won there if we didn't miss the enchanters, I guess. But I mean, in a 1v4 situation here, if only the knight was enchanted, maybe, I don't know. But I tried my best anyways. But unfortunately, I lost right there. Let's continue on. All right, unfortunately lost, but let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we can get a good combo in this match right here. Cleric. All right, I thought I was going to get Arrowheart. I was going to be pretty sad about it, but Shadow Cleric, definitely not the greatest hero as well. He got nerfed to the ground, but can still put in some good damage right there. Naga. Whoa, what a lucky hero. Sorceress paired up with the Naga is amazing, even though I'm not enchanting that well. That was a pretty good hero to pick, and the Puppet Master. All right, let's make this deck, and let's continue on. All right, we do have a good combo. We just gotta try to enchant, if possible here. He starts off with buffing up the Jaguar, and the Cultist does go next, so he can just push the Jaguar downwards. That would be dealing some good damage to my Puppet Master, it seems like. Yeah, 87 damage. Thankfully, it is not the end of the world. We can definitely make this work. We could go after the trap. We can go do some damage. We'll go after the trap and then hit the Jaguar up there. Okay, 130 damage to the Jaguar. Will that enchant the Cultist? No. Sadly, the Cultist didn't get enchanted. The Cultist gets the buff, but it is the Jaguar's turn. He is going after the Puppet Master, since the Puppet Master will get double damage from the Jaguar here. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Ooh, Fireball thankfully misses, but that was a lot of damage. Holy guacamole, ladies and gentlemen. Push the Sorceress upwards. Deal some damage. And we are going to enchant 3 of his heroes. What a fantastic start. The Naga is going to be very powerful right here. We just gotta try to either enchant the Jaguar or take him out as quickly as possible. But the Sorceress did an amazing job here. Sorceress is dead. That will leave a puppet on the board. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Jaguar, we do have the Shadow Cleric's ability active, so let's try to get a double-handed Jaguar here, push him towards the wall. Good damage on his Cultist as well. All right. Jaguar does get the buff. He could take out my Puppet Master, but with the Naga, being healthy, we can deal insane damage right here. He wants to push the Jaguar towards the Naga. He actually pulls it off with a fireball. Well played, dude. Holy. Well freaking played. Not sure if we can actually hit the trap, but if we fail, at least we can hit the Jaguar. Or not the Jaguar, the Warlord, which we actually did fantastic. The Warlord barely survives down there. Drakeling gets the buff. I'm not worried about the Drakeling right there. Let me move my camera a little bit so you can see the Naga, but he wants to hit the trap. Yep, Fireball. Thankfully misses. He's not doing the greatest of plays right here. I think hitting the trap will not take out the Jaguar, nor the Drakeling, but we just do this regardless. Oh, we actually will take out the Cultist there. Oh, wait. Never mind. We should be able to survive here. I thought we were going to activate the trap. I completely missed. At least we did damage to the Cultist there. Okay. If we can somehow double hit the Drakeling and then make the Shadow Cleric hit the trap, I think that is going to be a monster kill if I do this correctly. So can we do this? That's a monster kill, right? Ah, triple kill. The Jaguar survived. Come on, man. We can never get a monster kill. Man, so unfortunate. We almost got a monster kill there, but we just need 1 hit to take out the Jaguar and we'll win. So we should be fine here. Puppet Master goes next. All we need to do now is just get 1 hit. Doesn't even matter. So we got the victory right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very close match as well. But we do in fact get the victory right there. The Sorceress enchanting everyone, so that way the Naga can deal damage, and the Shadow Cleric as well. Pretty good combo. We actually won because of the Sorceress right there, so let's go. Let's continue on. All right, time to spin the wheel again. No Sorceress, obviously. Who are we going to get first? We are going to take the Arrowheart. Fantastic hero, ladies and gentlemen. Arrowheart, what is going to be the third hero, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to get the Farmer. Farmer pair up with the Sorceress is pretty good. And who is going to be the final hero here, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to take the Jawsome. Okay, let's make this deck and let's continue on. All right, guys, let's see if we can win here using the greatest hero that Smashing 4 has ever put in, Arrowheart. Let's see if we can win here, ladies and gentlemen. We are facing another Enchantress Satyr combo here. Let's do... I mean, we'll just double hit the Dancing Dragon here, hopefully hit the Warlord as well. Honestly, not a bad play right there. Not a bad play at all. The Satyr did take a bunch of damage right there. Enchantress gets the buff while the Dancing Dragon goes next. He is going to push the Jawsome towards... Ooh. Not liking this at all. But we can actually buff up the Arrowheart, I think. So let's just try to double hit and push it towards the Arrowheart there. There we go. The Arrowheart is buffed. So that's something that the Arrowheart we can definitely take advantage of. Satyr does go next. He is going after my Arrowheart. Interesting. Okay, can we just do that? Okay, we just got a nice little double kill right there, taking out the Warlord and the Dancing Dragon right there. Enchantress, he is going to probably buff up the Satyr finally, because he hasn't used the Enchantress's ability just yet, and hits my Sorceress. Very well played. We're gonna have to, I mean, just hit both of them, I guess. And that is going to be death for the Enchantress, and that will buff up, or not buff up, enchant the Satyr. So now he's going to be taking more damage for the rest of the match. If with my Farmer still pretty healthy, not anymore, holy. But if you can just push the Satyr towards the Steam or the Farmer here, it should be death. Or if we can get both of them, that's even an overkill right there. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to win that match right there. And honestly, the Arrowheart definitely was a good play right there. Buffing up the Arrowheart and then getting a double kill with him definitely helped me on winning that match. Not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. A good play. Good match. Let's continue on. All right, spinning the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. Who are we going to get this time? Somebody good, please. Somebody good. Striker is a fantastic common hero. So Striker is I'm pretty happy with the Striker right now. Who are we going to get next? Thunder, I'm pretty sure it's Thunder Idol. I forgot to put the idol in it, but Thunder Idol. All right, so we got Striker and Thunder Idol. And the final hero, who is it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? And it is going to be the Mice Bandit. Mice Bandit paired up with the Striker and the Sorceress. It's a fantastic combo. So let's continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I actually needed to double check the wheel, and I had to actually match the color from what we got for Thunder Idol, and it's actually Thunder Paws. So instead of Thunder Idol, it was actually Thunder Paws. So we got Thunder Paws on the board instead of the Thunder Idol, which honestly, paired up with the Sorceress, it can be pretty deadly. He got some echoes and actually did some damage using the Gargoyle right there. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Let's do... I mean, I do want to enchant, obviously, but let's go for the Spellwing here onto the Thunder Paws. Hit the Gargoyle as well. And, oh well, the Spellwing took major damage down there, which is actually fantastic. I do not want him to just get a bunch of echoes across the board. He is going to get some more echoes to play around with. That's obviously annoying. But we can definitely take out the Spellwing right now by pushing the Spellwing towards a Mice Bandit, and that is going to be death. Can we hit the... Okay, so we did some damage to the Gargoyle, but definitely not a lot. But we did take out the Spellwing, so he only has 3 echoes to work with to damage me or to heal up his heroes, which I'm pretty grateful that he didn't do that much when it comes to the Spellwings. He is going for the double hit and potentially heal up the Gargoyle. Well, the Gargoyle is fully healed up, or at least somewhat is. We could do major damage to the Priest here while getting some charges, not gonna lie. Let's do that. And he's going to take the Yeah, the buffed damage right there because of the Striker's ability, which is good. Plus, we did some damage to everyone else. He is going to heal up the Gargoyle and the Priest. Okay. Is the Striker alive? No, he just died. Ugh, not good, obviously. We're not doing great at all. We just lost my Striker, which is probably the most uh strongest heroes in the team right now. Can we double hit the Gargoyle? No. We actually made contact with the Priest instead. So we did 111 damage to the Priest and the Gargoyle, which isn't bad. Might spend a very good damage dealer, but let's see. Should we just push the Priest towards the Mice Method and maybe the Sorceress can stay there? No. We did push the Priest towards the Mice Method, but I was trying to enchant and we missed. Alright, Gargoyle goes next. Probably going to double hit the Mice Bandit, I would assume. That would be a pretty good... No, he's going for the heals on the Gargoyle. Thankfully misses damaging me. Okay, that was pretty good. Thankfully missed the damage right there. Can we double hit the Priest? Please. So that way he doesn't get a direct heal every single turn. There we go. Alright, so we took him out, but despite that, his heroes are full health, or very healthy at least. Not sure if we can win here. A double hit from the Paladin to the Mice Bandit, it won't be enough damage. So that's good for me. He is going for the Thunderpaws and the Sorceress here. We still haven't enchanted anyone. Well, my Sorceress just died, so there's absolutely no way we're winning here. No matter what I do. Can we just get a hit on the Gargoyle and maybe double hit the Paladin? That would be huge. We don't double hit. We do get a charge damage for that. A little bit of damage that we could have done there. So that's 135 damage instead of 111. He is going to just hit both of them regularly. I think the Mice Bandit is dead. Still alive. Still going strong. Push the Paladin towards the Mice Bandit. Can we make contact with the Gargoyle? No. Yeah, that's definitely a loss. He is going to take out the Mice Man and maybe even heal up the... No, he's going for the Thunder Paws. And that's gonna be in range. He got lucky pushing my pushing the Gargoyle towards the Thunder Paws. Yeah, we just lost here. There's no way we're going to win here unless we get a triple hit on the Gargoyle. Missed the Paladin somehow. But that is going to be our second loss, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty tough, but I mean, I honestly thought we had a good chance of winning there with the combo that we had, but we didn't enchant anyone. That's my big mistake. We didn't enchant anyone. Very difficult because you do need to land near someone instead of just hitting them, like the Shaman. Unfortunate loss right there, but let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin the wheel. We only have one life left to go, but I'm pretty happy that we got 3 wins considering the fact that we are using basically a luck-based challenge right here. We do have the Sentinel paired up with the Sorceress, which is amazing. We just got to try to actually enchant, you know? We have to enchant. Genie, not the greatest fan of the Genie right here, but 20% max health damage to everyone, especially a tanky hero, is going to be pretty good. Mummy, 2 enchanters. Not sure about that, but let's see if we can make it work. Let's continue on. Alright, so 3 wins, 2 losses. Using this type of deck, he has Satyr with nothing to enchant himself, which is pretty interesting to see. But we do have the Mummy plus the Mummy plus the Sorceress to enchant. I thought we were going to push a hero towards the Sorceress again to enchant. Of course, I miss. He is going for the double hit right here. This is going to be pretty deadly. Yeah, pretty deadly, not gonna lie. Even though let's do this instead. Let's hit the Sentinel and then the Mummy. Not the Mummy, the Mice Bandit. We do sadly enchant. But look at the damage that we just did! Holy guacamole, dude. Good damage right there, but we did sadly buff up the Satyr right there. So that is going to be death towards the Sorceress. No, he's going for the Mummy. Interesting. He will hit the Genie as well. Very well played. Alright, so let's take out the Satyr, and we should be able to hit the Sentinel just to get that laser beam off onto the rest of his heroes. So they both got hit. He is probably going to try to buff up the Assassin and deal damage to me. That is his... That's his chance of winning. Just buffing up the assassin. Will he hit someone? The Sentinel, 215 damage is pretty insane. But we can damage the Treant for a lot by hitting the Steam as well and hitting him 4 times. Let's go, dude. That was 104 plus 168. So, what, 272? Insanity, ladies and gentlemen. Insanity. We can actually just take out the Treant right now by pushing him towards the Steam. I really wanted to hit the Assassin by also making contact damage with him, but the Treant was pretty heavy, of course, so he bounced the Sorceress away from the Assassin. But within a 3v1 situation here, we should have this in the back, but you never know. He just took out the Sorceress, but a double hit, I don't think it's death. Let's see, 20% of 360. That's math, 70, about 72 damage. Yeah, it's not enough. 73 plus the laser beams. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we just got that victory right there. We did need 3 hits right there to win, but very happy to say that we did in fact get the 3 hits for the win right there, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Let's continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 wins, 2 losses. We're doing pretty good so far. Who are we going to get this time? Mice Bandits again. All right, so we got the Mice Bandit pair with the Sorceress. Of course, is good, but let's see if we can get a pretty good combo going on right now. Frostfox. I mean, we're getting the same heroes as we did before. I guess that's the luck of the draw. But can we get a final hero that's pretty good here? Okay, so we got 3 heroes that we already used, but in different decks, and we're gonna use it in one deck. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 wins. We're basically using the same heroes from earlier decks, but hopefully we can still win with this. He is using Shaman Armadillo combo. Let's see if we can double hit the Yeti and push the Shaman downwards towards my Mice Mana. Yes, we do. Mice Mana is getting a double hit right there. If only he got pulled towards the Jocelyn, that would have been fantastic. He did not enchant anyone. This is huge for me because if he enchants my heroes, then of course we would have been in trouble because of his armadillo right there. And we did so much damage to the armadillo right there. Took out the shaman, so none of my heroes are enchanted. This is looking very good for me. Don't think he can win, but you never know. His Yeti can do some crazy things right there. And let's see, my Sorceress does go next. If we can somehow just enchant his Yeti or the Armadillo, that would be fantastic. He decides to surrender. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic, easy game right there, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. We got 5 wins, doing incredibly well so far. Let's continue on. Alright, hopefully we don't get the same heroes. We want to use different heroes, but it is the luck of the draw. So let's see who are we going to get this time. Farmer again. We did use a farmer already. Come on, the second hero that we have to use other than the sorceress obviously is going to be the Yeti. The Yeti is actually brand new in this run. So we got the Yeti, sorceress, Kong. Oh, this might be the end of the run. We'll see though. Let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now the downfall of this deck is I'm using Kong with nothing to heal. So we are at a disadvantage here because we have one hero that cannot use this ability. But hopefully we can still win regardless by using the Sorceress enchantment. I do need her right now in order to be able to deal a lot of damage since we're down on enchant or abilities here. Just go for the Mice Bandit. This is going to be good damage on the Mice Bandit here. There we go. And that is a lot of damage to the Mice Bandit. We'll enchant the zombie there. Did we enchant the wizard? Sadly, no. At least we got one hero enchanted, and the Mice Bandit is about to die. So we basically need to... He goes for the Kong, which is very weird. Like, why did he do that? Go for the wizard here. Yeah, go for the wizard there. There we go. And we are going to enchant the wizard this time. And we took out the Mice Bandit right there. If we can enchant the Archon, this is going to be huge if we can enchant the Archon because then we actually have a good chance of winning. He poisons the rest of my heroes, except the Kong, yep. Even though it honestly does not matter right there. We are going to damage the zombie here. Zombie is dead. All right, we have a 4v2 situation here. Even though the Kong is about to die. Um, Yeti, okay, so decent damage right there. We could just take out his Yeti. Actually, or not the Yeti, the Arc. What am I trying to say? The Wizard. We could just go for a direct hit, push it towards the farmer. I'm not sure if we can enchant the Archon. We are going to enchant the Archon. Okay, so the Archon is enchanted. This is actually huge because with him enchanted, he'll take more damage than normal, and we can actually win here. Even though 3 of my heroes are super weak and they're already poisoned, and the Sorceress is, or no, the Sorceress is still alive. Holy guacamole! How can we win here? This is such a crazy match. All he needs to do is just hit the farmer once and he'll win, right? Is that enough for the pumpkin to take out? I got so lucky. I got so lucky. He just needed to hit the farmer and win. But we got very lucky taking him out because of the Sorceress Enchanted and of course the double hit. Fantastic match. Let's continue on. Alright guys, definitely got lucky in the last one. Spin the wheel here, and who are we going to get this time? Champion is actually brand new. Paired up with the Sorceress can be pretty good because his ability can actually deal extra damage if the Sorceress does enchant my opponent. Paladin for the heal. Okay, so we got Champion, Paladin. Can you spin the wheel thing? Thank you. Alright, so we got Champion, Paladin, Sorceress, and the Spellwing. Interesting combo. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's continue on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very weird combo. We could make it work, maybe not. We shall see. He does have Mummy. So if we do get enchanted and then use the Echo, we can remove the enchantment, but sadly we won't be able to heal up. So, if that makes sense. So, let's get an Echo to start things off with, and then we can hit the champion there. Oh, we missed the champion. Oh, we got the champion. Do we enchant? We are going to enchant both Sentinel and the champion. We did get very lucky enchanting both of them. Okay, that's fantastic. He just plays around with the Sentinel. We should go for damage here. Not sure if going for the... Let's just do that. Oh, I did not mean to freaking get an echo for the Spellwing right there, but it's fine, I guess. We did heal up the Spellwing, did good damage onto the Sentinel right there. He is going to use the Sentinels for damage right there. My champion is dead. Yep, my champion just died. We definitely need to heal up as quickly as possible. We cannot even heal up the Sorceress, I just realized that. Oh, that's not good. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. We shall just hit the champion here. I'm not sure if we can hit the Sentinel, but we'll try. We do hit the Sentinel, and we are going to enchant all of his heroes right there with a nice double kill as well. What a fantastic play right there. We just cannot heal up the Sorceress here, but we can heal up the Spellwing for now. We're still alive. Oh, wow, he just took out the Sorceress. Very well played. All right, so double hit. I guess we'll double hit the Ice Queen. And also hitting the Mummy. Okay, we got very lucky hitting the Mummy right there. With the Mummy taking a lot of damage than normal, we should definitely win in a 2v1 situation here, even if he takes out the Paladin. Going after the Spellwing. That's fine, actually. Oh, wow, he actually hits all of them. But that's okay. We just need to... Let me just push it towards the Spellwing, since the Spellwing does a little bit more damage than normal. Than the Paladin, I mean. Alright, so we should win here, because he needs a quadruple hit on the Spellwing and hitting the Paladin once. Which I don't think he can do that. He gets a double hit, and then the Mummy is just gonna go down, and we both... And the Paladin and the Spellwing survives with one hit away from death. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Another fantastic game right there. That double kill while enchanting everyone definitely helped me win that match, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. 7 wins. Let's continue on. All right, let's spin the wheel here. We are very far in the run, surprisingly, using a very doing a luck-based challenge right there. Dianel, definitely not the greatest hero paired up with the Sorceress, but if he takes out the rest of my heroes, then the Dianel can heal up. Werewolf is a pretty strong hero to use, so we got Dianel and the Werewolf. Final hero is going to be the Druid. Okay, not too bad of a hero right there. Let's make this deck and let's continue on. All right, so 7 wins, 2 losses. We're doing fantastic. This type of deck, he is using my main deck, except he is using the Satyr instead of the Naga. We'll try to double hit his Blacksmith and also hit the Frostfox as well if possible. Yes, we do. Blacksmith does take a lot of damage right there to start things off. If he goes for the buff on the Satyr, it won't... Actually, he will push him down. That will probably hit my Werewolf. Oh, it actually hits the Sorceress instead. Very well played. We're going to have to leave the Satyr there alone and keep going after his Frostfox. The Satyr will get enchanted. Okay, good damage on the Blacksmith right there. We're doing good damage on the Blacksmith just to take him out. He is going to heal up the Frostfox by hitting the Satyr, pushing it towards the Sorceress. The Werewolf does get buffed, which is actually very good for me. Let's do... I mean, I guess we just said both these guys, so should we focus on the Frostfox still? No, we'll just say both these guys. Maybe you can hit the Frostfox, who knows? We actually do. We just took out the Blacksmith. We hit all 4 heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Plus, we took out the Blacksmith, so no more buffs for him. The Shaman still has his buff, and he is probably going to keep his buff until the end of the match. So we did lose the Sorceress without activating the Dianel's ability, which is not, I mean, not the greatest, but we can still make this work. Hit both of these heroes, and this should take out the Frostfox if we do this correctly by pushing it towards the Werewolf. No freaking way I missed. That was bad. That was bad. He is going for the Werewolf, okay. I can't believe I missed that, though. Okay, we can still use the Werewolf's damage. Actually, yeah, just do that. Either get a double hit or push it towards the Werewolf. Frostfox is still alive. Alright, at least we're doing constant damage because of the Druid. He is going to heal up the Frostfox twice. Unfortunate. But we are going to take him out, and we should be able to take out the Satyr if we do this correctly. Right there. There we go. And we are going to damage the Shaman as well. Sadly, not enough for death because of the defensive buff. But in a 3v1 situation here, we are definitely going to win, especially if the Druid stays alive. Because he is just sniping from afar. So this should be a victory, regardless. Yep, it's a victory. So let's just push it towards the Druid and we'll win. There we go. Oh, that was an overkill. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is 8 wins. What is going on that we are winning with this luck-based challenge? We are 4 wins away from getting to max reward. Can you imagine if we can do it by just spinning the wheel? Let's go. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. We're getting pretty lucky going this far in the run, but let's see if we can still get lucky by going even farther. With the Shaman, not the greatest hero because we already have a hero that enchants already, so having 2 of them is not the greatest. Getting the Striker. This is not looking too great. Even though the Striker is pretty strong, this is not a good combo with the Striker. And the final hero is going to be the Dancing Dragon. Interesting. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's continue on. Alright, not a big fan of this combo, but we did win with a Kong that couldn't heal. So we did get pretty lucky winning that one. We have to win here. He does have 2 combos in one deck, being the Blacksmith and the Satyr together, paired up with the Slime and the Armadillo together. So basically 2 combos in one deck. Let's see if we can somehow make this work. We start off with the Striker, which is a very good start. Especially playing in this arena where we can burn. Ooh, already off to a rough start, but we're gonna have to just do this, enchant the Slime, heal up everyone, and that is a lot of damage to the Slime. Like, very good damage right there. Satyr behind the Blacksmith. Don't think the Satyr can do damage. Thankfully, he did not. We are going to... What can we do? Go after the Slime, I guess. Hit the Blacksmith. We are going to enchant the Satyr and the Blacksmith right there. He might take out my my Striker here because of the Armadillo going next. Or he can focus on the Sorceress. No, he's going for the Striker and the Shaman here. That's a lot of damage. We just lost the Striker for sure. Oh no, the Striker's alive with 3 health. That is very close to death. Jesus. Let's see. Can we heal up by hitting this shaman somehow? We don't heal up. All right, so we are going to enchant the armadillo, right? No way the armadillo did not get enchanted. That is unfortunate. All right, so he's going to buff up the satyr. Hits the dancing dragon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nerf those two. Get a burn off as well with the dragon's hand. We are going to enchant the armadillo now, and we did enchant the satyr as well to receive more damage, which I mean, probably is the way to go. He is going to buff up the satyr again. Misses the striker somehow. This actually gives me a good chance if we can double hit and just go crazy here. Yep, there it is. I cannot believe we missed the dragon's hand though. I needed to hit the dragon's hand. Blacksmith does go next. Look at our heroes. We're all very weak. Holy dude. He's gonna have to take out one of my heroes without using the satyr here. He is going for the dancing dragon and the shaman. Shaman gets burnt, unfortunately. This is such a crazy match, dude. How can we win here? I honestly have no idea how we can win here. Can we take out the blacksmith? Do I want to take out the blacksmith? Okay. So, Satyr is alive with 123 health. He does need 2 hits to take out the sorceress. But if the striker survives here, I might be able to pull this off. Oh, not anymore. We're kind of blocked. We're kind of blocked, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea how to get a hit off of here. Other than doing this. And hopefully we can keep the heroes separated so that way he has a tough time hitting both heroes. Alright, so let's see. How can he hit both heroes here? He can go hit the striker first and then he'll go up to hit the sorceress. He can do that combo. Or not combo, that play. And he should be able to win. Now he's going for the sorceress first. That's not the... Okay. Can we win here? I think not even a double hit will be enough. Maybe pushing him towards the fire would be enough. Let's see. Oh, it was enough. No freaking way we survived with 3 health, dude. Holy guacamole, what a crazy match, ladies and gentlemen. He made a mistake. He should have went towards the striker first and then go up towards the sorceress. What a crazy match. We got 9 wins. Let's continue on. I'm so shocked that we are still winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can still get lucky, get the good heroes right here. Bloodbite is pretty good, so we'll take the Bloodbite right here. Sorceress Bloodbite paired up with the marks that the Bloodbite can do. Paired up with the Sorceress is fantastic. We just gotta try to make it work. Jocelyn is a pretty good balanced hero right now. He is only powerful with the Enchantress, but overall he's a pretty balanced hero. And the Drakeling with his attack power and the Fireballs. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got 9 wins. We did have a pretty decent deck here, but let's see if we can win here. He starts up with his own Drakeling. He is going to just hit the Drakeling and shoot a Fireball, hitting both heroes, and another Fireball. He got pretty lucky with that Fireball, not gonna lie. Can we just hit the Mummy and the Drakeling here? Hopefully make the Sorceress just stay up there to enchant. We are going to enchant the Drakeling. Not sure about the Cultist. Cultist also gets enchanted. That's a good enchantment right there. 2 of them are enchanted. Fireball thankfully misses his heroes, but more damage overall too. Ooh. Alright, so let's hit his cultist here. We are going to enchant the champion unless we push him out of the way. We'll try to double hit the cultist here. We still haven't marked anyone with the blood bite, but we are going to... We just got the mummy right there and marked. Plus we got the champion enchanted. My Jossum is somehow still alive, ladies and gentlemen. How? I have no idea. We'll take out the Drakeling here, hit the Cultist. We are marking his mummy right there. We just got a double kill. His champion still hasn't gotten damage, which is very worrisome. Let's see what he does. My Sorceress just died, which is honestly okay since, I mean, we just, you know, we just got him enchanted right there. Can we get a double mark? That would be pretty awesome. Oh, but he only got marked once. Marking him twice would have survived with 60 health. Can he win here? He needs to hit the Drakeling once, and I think the Bloodbite twice. He thankfully missed. We are going to get this victory right here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy guacamole, what is happening? Not sure why. That's weird, because he should have gone the death animation right there. But let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be our 10th win. What is going on? We are going to the end game here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're just 2 matches away from getting the max reward if we can actually win both of them. Starting off, we're going to get the Phoenix. I mean, the Phoenix can be pretty deadly if I can make him work by reviving him and whatnot. Bomber, I was hoping for the pirate, but the bomber, we have a pretty heavy damage deck right here. I need a good tank or the wizard. Okay, not sure about this, but we have a pretty hefty damaging deck, but let's see if we can make it work. Let's continue on. Alright guys, we got 10 wins here, but can we win with this one? He does have my main deck, except he has Ragnar instead of the Naga here. Let's see if we can make this work here. Should we just focus on... We could hit the Shaman here. Frostfox is just going to be annoying. We'll try to double hit the Shaman here, because the Ragnar is just going to get enchanted. So we'll just do that. We pushed the Ragnar out of the way. But at least we double hit the Shaman, I guess. He is going to try to enchant my Sorceress here. He does get it off. Nice axe play right there. We are going to just push the Ragnar towards the Wizard. We are going to damage the Shaman as well. Decent damage. Will we enchant the Frostfox there? Sadly, we don't. He is probably going to enchant my Wizard now. Plus hitting the axe to hit the Sorceress. Bomber is taking such a beating down there. Just do this, man. The splash is going to be pretty good. And we are not enchanting anyone, dude. This is so unfortunate. We are not enchanting anyone. He is going for the Shaman. Sorceress is about to die. That's not good. I don't know about this one. We haven't enchanted anyone, you know? This is looking pretty bad. Can we just do this and hit the Ragnar as well? There we go, plus a splash. We are going to enchant the Frostfox finally, but it might be too late. I don't know about this one, ladies and gentlemen. We can still win if he plays it pretty bad with the Phoenix right here. Like, if he miraculously somehow takes out the Phoenix. Oh, we cannot even... Oh, wait a second. Look at the bomb down there. We can deal good damage right there with the bomb. So we shall... I mean, just hit the Ragnar directly towards the Blacksmith. Maybe the Blacksmith gets pushed towards a Wizard somehow. We actually do. But look at that. The Frostfox survives because of the defensive buff. He is very lucky. He is going to just use the axe. Wizard is alive with only 1 health. What? What is happening? Ooh. Hit the Ragnar, then hopefully we can just splash up there. We did splash, but sadly with the Frostfox's defensive buff, he actually tanks the damage. We're not winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Unless he... No, he's focusing on my Wizard. He actually does take him out. Oh no, this isn't good. Alright, let's see here. How can we win here? Question is, or the answer is, I don't think we don't. This is going to be our 3rd and final loss. Blacksmith does need 2 hits to take me out, the Phoenix. But everyone else just needs a 1. So let's just do that. I did not mean to actually take out the Blacksmith right there. That is going to be our 3rd and final loss, ladies and gentlemen. We weren't able to enchant anyone. Of course, that was a mistake of mine. But you guys cannot complain that we had a very good run. We got 10 wins just by spinning a wheel. So most of the time, it was just luck. And I had to rely on my skills to try to go far, and we did. We actually got 10 wins, which is very impressive, especially for me, to say the least. Just doing it randomly, ladies and gentlemen. Good reward here, even though this is my main account, so getting a couple of heroes is pretty good. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if it did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Crazy run, guys. You guys gotta drop a like for that. That was very good. If you guys have any other recommendations that you will see, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll sort of do it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for the continued support. We'll see you next one. Take care.